Hey guys, it's that one gaming nerd guy again. Welcome back to another live vlog type of thing. If you hadn't guessed by the thumbnail and the title of the video, this is a channel update because I am thinking about going full-on Dungeons and Dragons type of content. I have really poured a lot of myself into playing D&D as of late, and by as of late I mean the last about year and a half. And I want my channel specifically to start talking about Dungeons and Dragons from a player's perspective. There's a ton of content on the internet right now and a ton of stuff on YouTube all about being the best DM or dungeon master that you can be. But there's not a whole lot. I mean, there's some, but there's not a whole lot about being the best player you can be. And things that dungeon masters look for in a player, things that players look for in dungeon masters, and just how D&D relates to players and that kind of thing. And also, I think it's kind of silly because DMs are literally like the minority when it comes to D&D because there's only one DM there, and then the rest are players. So why isn't there more content focused on players when they're the majority of the people playing D&D? I think there's a need there, or at least there's a gap that I think I can fill with that kind of content, basically from my own perspective and my own view of things. And so I just think that would be really cool. I'm interested to know what you guys think, if that would be a good idea. And I might have to redo a lot of different things with the channel. Although, I don't know. I think I'll still do some things, gaming and different, like video games and stuff related. But I don't know exactly how that'll all work. But I definitely want to start off by making a tutorial on just a basic tutorial. What is Dungeons and Dragons and how do I play, right? And especially geared toward the player, because a lot of times these how to play D&D and player type of videos, they're not really, the video isn't really focused on the player. It's actually just like a little add-in while you're also talking about Dungeon Master things. So anyway, just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up on that. That's probably what I'm going to be doing. I'm working on next. I've got a few things I've been playing. This is my player binder. I don't have a special sleeve thing for it. But there's different things you can do. And I've got loads and loads of resources that I can give you guys and look for you guys to look up. This is my sorcerer that I'm playing right now. His name is Dalen. He's kind of an interesting sorcerer. He is one that doesn't really understand his power. He's a wild magic sorcerer. For those of you who play D&D, you should know that, or at least if you have a player handbook, you can look it up. And he doesn't really know his abilities or powers, but he's proficient with a rapier. He's kind of a fencer. But then he can sometimes channel magic into his sword and use magic through fighting that way. At least that's what he's used it for up to now. And I think he's going to transition into being more of a traditional caster type of character as he learns more about his power. But what inspired me to do that was seeing in the Sword Coast Adventures guide the Blade Singers spells, so like Green Flame Blade, Sword Burst, and I think, what was the other one? There was a third one, another cantrip. I can't remember, but anyway, I didn't take that specific one because I didn't think it would be as useful. But yeah, so as he gets more and more increased in ability, he's going to move away probably from the sword fighting, because obviously being a caster has much more potential, as well as being a sorcerer. You don't get many hit points. So anyway, yeah, so uh, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm being a player. I have been DMing a game for about a year and like 3 or 4 months, um, for my group of players or people that I play D&D with. And so I've been a DM, but I've also been a player, and I'm being a player right now. So I thought, well, you know what? There's not many people talking about being a player and what that entails. So I'm gonna start on that. Um, but yeah, so as those videos come out, uh, you'll be seeing more of that. I don't have. I would start working on them today, but I don't have my books with me. I suppose I could probably just do an audio type of thing and do that. But anyway, all right. Well, anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update on that and kind of give you a sneak peek of different things I'll be talking about. This certainly is not necessary. In case you're wondering, you don't have to get a binder. I mean, I just went to like Office Depot and picked up a binder for like $5. This is a nice binder. It's sturdy. It's going to last me a while. You don't have to do that kind of thing. And then I got these little page inserts for the for my character sheets. Oh, and then I also printed out these spell cards, which they're not identical to the ones that you can buy. They're a little bit different, but they're based on that, so all the same information's there. Um, and then that's just an easy way to keep track, especially if you are a spellcaster. It's an easy way to keep track of your spells. You can move them around. If you're a wizard, especially when you have to prepare spells, you can pull out the ones that you prepared that day, and so you know which ones you know for that day until you reset for the next day. But anyway, but since I'm a sorcerer, I thought that it would be nice just to have some spells, and then I can look at. I have a big list of these spell cards in the back that my character doesn't even know, but I printed them off and cut them out anyway because I'm obsessive. So anyway, just thought I would let you guys know that that's probably what my channel is going to be going towards, is more D&D related content. Not only because I think that D&D 5e is huge right now, and it's booming, but also because I'm very passionate about it. And I've got a job, I've got a wife and kid, and I don't have a gaming PC right now. And the beautiful thing about Dungeons and Dragons is you don't really need anything except a pencil and a piece of paper, and you can play D&D. There's all sorts of things you can do to increase your experience, such as miniatures, such as a binder for your character sheets, spell cards, all sorts of stuff. I have a wet erase marker, so I can mark on the plastic inserts, and not without actually marking on the sheet itself. And then you can just get erase it that way, and so it never dirties up the actual page. Not that that really matters. It's just my own flavor of doing things. And yeah, so I think we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the Player's Handbook pretty much exclusively. I mean, we'll mention the Monster Manual and DMG and the Dungeon Master's Guide and what they are for, and then we'll talk about Volos, which is an excellent player book. I think it's really cool that a lot of these books that they're coming out with, that Wizards of the Coast is coming out with, is not just for Dungeon Masters, because they kind of sound like it'd be for Dungeon Masters, but a lot of these books are for both. They're for Dungeon Masters and players, so there's a reason why everyone would get the book. I think that's actually really smart marketing, as well as it being kind of neat that, because DMs are players and players can be DMs, so why wouldn't you want to have all that information in one spot and kind of have it be themed and everything? So Volo's Guide to Monsters is an excellent player edition, and we'll be talking about that, as well as Xanathar's and the newest Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, but all in good time, because we're going to start with the basics. We're going to start with the Player's Handbook, basic D&D. Actually, we might even not start with the Player's Handbook. I might start with just the basic rule set online, the free rule set that you can download a PDF. which I'll put a link in the description of this video for that. And it's the basic rules that it's free. You don't have to purchase it. Anyone can download it. I think it's called the SRD, the Standard Reference Document, for D&D. And it has your basic classes. It usually only has one subclass. If your class even has a subclass, it has all the basic races. I don't know if it has Dragonborn. Actually, I think it might. I don't remember, but no, actually, I think I know it does, because there's draconic ancestry for sorcerers and not the wild magic. But anyway, we're going to talk about all that. We're going to dive into how to play D&D 5th edition, the player's handbook, the SRD, all that stuff, and we're going to go focused in on the player. There's tons of content out there for how do you create a world, how do you create maps, how do you do that. Well, what if I just want to dive in as a player and just get into this game? What's my best practices? What do I need to do? How can I be a good player for the DM and be a good player for the game? What can I do? How can I be the best player I can be? And how can I make it so that I have the most fun I can have, while also allowing everyone else at the table to have fun? So those are the kinds of things we're going to talk about. Those are the kinds of things we are going to dive into. I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. And right now it's just me. I hope I maybe can get a second person to bounce ideas off of in videos and things, because I think that would be good. But anyway, just throwing ideas out there. Hopefully you guys like that idea. Let me know. And anyway, I've been talking for over 10 minutes. I'll let you guys go. Have a good rest of your day. Hope you stay safe, and I'll get one. Don't worry. I'll find one. All right. Well, I'll see you guys soon.